afternoon. I'm going to be making some more gluten-free bread. I've been making some adjustments with the recipe. Just due to save on cost, I've substituted chia seeds for egg. And that's 1 tablespoon of chia and 1 ounce of water, or 2 tablespoons, for to replace 1 egg. So here I have 3 tablespoons and 3 ounces of water, or 6 tablespoons of water, depending on how you do the maths. Just letting those get all soaked up. Now, if you wanted this to go quickly, you use warm water. This is a little bit warm. You don't want it to be above 115, 120 degrees, because that will actually damage the yeast. Yeast dies at about 140, I've recently read. Mix that all together. I also got some new loaf pans. I'm going to start baking bread in bulk. Because the bags of Namaste are like $10 at Costco. It's about $2.30 a pound. I can get flour, if I mix it myself, at Cash and Carry for about $1 a pound. They sell 25-pound sacks of various flours like millet and sorghum and tapioca, potato starch, etc. for $25 for a 25-pound sack. I'm also going to throw in some of my, I started a sourdough. I'm going to go kind of slow on this one. It's going to take all day, and I really don't mind at all. I'm going to throw some of that in there for kicks and jiggles. Some sugar. I think next time around I'm going to try a sponge method, which is a little different. One thing I am going to do is punch this dough halfway through. That means so it's going to proof. I'm going to punch it down and kind of knead it a little bit. That's going to help redistribute the sugars and actually give the yeast access to sugars it wasn't really adjacent to before. So I'm going to try that and see how it turns out. One of the problems with gluten-free bread is to actually get it to double in proofing and double in size, is that it's pretty much over-proofing it. Where's my red spatula? So that's part of the challenge, is how do you get a good rise on gluten-free bread without overproofing it? Because what happens when you overproof it, it tends to collapse. I want it to be just like the real thing, if it's possible. If it's possible, we're going to do it. So the way I was doing this was I was putting it in a warm oven, where you put it on warm and then open the door, turn it off, cool it for a couple minutes. Ideal temperature is 70s or 80s to proof it. But since I got a sourdough thing going on, I'm going to develop the best flavor by just letting it go low and slow all day. I'm just going to sit on the countertop, let it double in size. I'm going to punch it and let it go again. So I might not be able to do the same video, so if you're super interested, just follow me and it'll pop up next. I'm not really the type to solicit followers. I think the whole influencer mentality is stupid, and I think people are nuts, and what I really just want to do is I want to cook with people, but distance separates it, and so I'm just sort of keeping my kitchen window open, as it were, and people are welcome to poke their head in and partake. So really don't care about how many people follow this or see this or whatever. That's why I don't spend a lot of time editing my videos. I just do live feeds, and I'm it's over and done with. I'm not trying to polish it, just it's real life. I don't want to fake any of this. Anyway, I greased that up with some coconut oil. Actually, Yeah, I'll proof it in here. Doesn't matter. I'll proof it in here, and then I'll, squish it when it gets to double in size. Get a touch of water. So when you're working with real bread, you use flour to keep it from sticking to you. And since this is like opposite of gluten, water keeps you from sticking. Anyway, just in case I change my mind. And we'll get some plastic on there. I think while I'm working with my friend here, I'm gonna make a little more feed for my sourdough. And I did cheat and I started this with just commercial yeast, but commercial yeast doesn't live forever. And I've done this before with gluten sourdoughs. Is the commercial yeast I put in there is eventually going to die out, and native yeasts are going to repopulate and start to take over eventually. So in the meantime, I'm just using that to get it started. And part of the reason I'm doing that is I used to have mold issues in my house. I'm hoping I don't anymore. We got a new roof. We have the bathroom remodeled where a lot of these water issues were. So I'm sort of trying it again. And I think last time I did it, I did completely natural yeast. I didn't cheat. So this time I'm cheating just to make sure we're off on the right foot. And, over time it'll start to... what's what I'm looking for? Acclimate to the local yeasts and pick up local yeast. It's going to go native. It probably already has picked up quite a few local yeasts anyway. By the way, it's still going to get nice and sour. Be good flavor. Some sort of porous material on top. This is just a napkin. Lets air through, lets yeast can get in. The natural airborne yeasts. But that'll keep any like fruit flies and stuff, which I don't have a problem with yet. But a couple months we sure will. So I think I'm just going to cut it off there. If you are genuinely interested in what's going to happen next, go ahead and just follow. You can find me again. I don't care. Go away, YouTube.